You are listening to Tonight with Dalila SUN752 right here at Phoenix Internet FM. I don't know if you can hear the smile in my voice, but I am so excited about these guys. ARKATEX, one of the things that I admire, not just about the talent that the independent musicians who show up here on the show have, it's how they interact with people on social media. And I'm big on social media. I like to talk to people there. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? And it just started off with me just liking everything or retweeting whatever it is that they did on social media because we have some people in common that we know, in a way. Another indie artist put me on to you guys. And so that just started our relationship. And you guys are doing so good. You're doing such great things right now. And I want to tell you that I'm talking to Unique and Ralphie Rodriguez of the group or the duo, hip hop duo ARKATEX. Everybody give them a round of applause.
Yeah, no doubt.
You guys are fabulous. Thank you so much for coming in today to talk to us
Yeah, thank you for having us.
What it is that you're doing. And so I'm not going to mince words. I just want you to tell us everything that's happening with you. You've had a pretty interesting last few months with a lot of the projects that you've been working on. You had a big success with the parody that you did of a different song, and I'll let you talk about that a little bit. And then what we'll do is play a couple of your songs, two of the songs that I like very much, and then we'll give everybody an opportunity to ask you some questions. So if you want to get on right now with ARKATEX, give us a call at 215. And please pardon me, 215-874-3161 is the number to call to talk to ARKATEX, to ask them what it is that's going on with them. If you want to give a shout out, say, hey, we love what you're doing, please take time now to do that.
Without a doubt.
So what's been happening?
Yeah. Man, it's been a very, very busy and eventful year, actually. I mean, 2014 was very, very good to us between just all the recording we're doing, the artists we're linking up with, being able to travel from state to state, doing what we love to do, on top of just, all the shows and performances and interviews and just linking up with all the right people. I mean, it's been a very successful year for us. We're starting off 2015 just right. I mean, we were in Pennsylvania for New Year's Eve, which was a really awesome show. So just to be out of state doing something like that on a bigger holiday is just very good for us. And then coming back to Connecticut, we had a show the week right afterwards. We just had one last night. We got, this tonight. We already got about 3 things booked for February. So we're just trying to book out things throughout the year because we're very organized and we like to keep a schedule. So we always got stuff written down and what's up next.
Mm-hmm. So tell us about it. How did you guys come up with this thing, the cover for the song Coco? And I know that you have some original work that you've worked on and that you've had some success outside of that. But it just seems like everybody is taken to this song. What is the story with it?
I don't know. It's funny because, like you said, we have plenty of original music, but we both got that funny personality in us, and I heard the original Coco song, and I'm not a fan of the stuff I hear today. And when I heard that one song, my first thought was this song needs a parody. And what other way to do it than talk about actual Coco, since that's the title of the song. And I think it was more of a hit because, for one, it's funny, it's more kid-friendly, so kids can actually sing it now without talking about the other Coco. But yeah, just like the audio itself was surprisingly a very big hit. So at that point, we're like, you know what, we need to drop a video for this because if it's getting that many plays just as audio, imagine what a video can do. So it's definitely brought us a lot of attention, and definitely a lot of attention to both our SoundCloud and our YouTube pages where, all our original music is. So it's definitely helped us out in that aspect because now the rest of our music is getting heard even more.
Okay, so tell people where they can go on SoundCloud and YouTube in order to check you out. And I also want to let you know that the CL Smooth and Bev Brooks show, they play that Coco song a lot. They like it. I like it. Our listeners like that song too. And I watched the video. I probably watched it maybe about 6 or 7 times. So it's pretty funny to me.
That's awesome.
So, but where can people go to check you out online?
Well, hey, this is Ralphie, by the way. You guys can pretty much look for us soundcloud.com/ARKATEX music, and that's ARKATEX as spelled ARKATEX, for those of you that are listening that don't know how to spell it. We get that issue a lot, so trying to be clear. And also our YouTube, just look up ARKATEX TV, all as one word.
Okay. So, go
I
ahead.
have a question for y'all. First of all, how long have you been doing music? How do you two know each other? What brought the two of you together to start doing your thing?
That's always a fun question. This is Ralphie again. I met Unique. Basically, I mean, it sounds real cliche, but it was through music. We were in the studio one day, both separate, doing our own thing with our own people and whatnot. He liked the way I sound. I liked the way he flowed. And it's been pretty good since then. About making music about 4 years now together, maybe 5, something like that. Been the best of friends for pretty much the same amount of time. Unique, she's been doing music longer than I have. I didn't really get into it till I was about maybe 18, 19, and really started hitting the ARKATEX grind as of, I want to say, last year, maybe a year and a half.
Yeah. Okay.
So who is over there writing up all of this stuff here that you're doing? Who's making the music?
That's
or is it
us.
a collaboration?
We write all our own music. What was that?
I said,
No, I
or
was
is
gonna
it
say,
a
we write all of our own music. We make the contacts we do. It's just the hard work we put into it. We link up. We are very specific and more picky now with who we do music with because, obviously in the beginning you just want to put out as much as you can, anywhere you can. But after a while, I mean, you do want to be more careful with who you're working with because it's going to be associated with your name. So if you put something out that isn't going to be that quality that you normally have, you kind of want to watch that because people are going to still hear it. Like, oh, wait, what are they doing now? But yeah, as far as music goes, we always write our own music. We are very original, and we talk about real stuff. We talk about, who we are, where we come from, what we do. You don't hear our music and hear, we're shooting and doing drugs and this and that. I mean, to some aspect, and people go through what they go through, but not every artist you hear on the radio is doing what they're saying in the songs. So we're definitely picky and choosy with what we're saying in the songs, and for the most part, a lot of our music is more on the conscious side and a lot of R&B stuff too. And I'm the rapper guy here, but I do got a lot to say about love too. So,
okay, with so many changes taking over the music industry nowadays, everything is basically digital download. Record deals aren't what they used to be. You have companies that are trying to recoup a lot of the money that they used to be able to get from artists by just giving the artist the 15%. And now they're trying to get artists to take things like 360 deals or whatever. So by you guys billing yourself, well, first of all, let me ask: are you considered independent artists, and how do you break into the industry now? Like, how do you do you have to promote yourselves? Do you have to basically act as your own agent? How, on the business side of things, how do things work for you now?
That's a good question.
Well, I mean, it's a very good question. As for considering us as independent, that is probably the best word to describe us because we book our own shows, we mix down our own tracks, we market our own music everywhere as possible that we can right now, and we literally do everything. Anything that has to do with our music, our name, right now is just me and Unique. We're taking care of business, I guess.
Okay, now I would imagine that that's pretty difficult nowadays. With record companies want to basically they want the artist to do all of the work now. So essentially, a lot of companies that used to develop artists don't do that as much as or hardly. they hardly do any of that anymore. So they act as basically distribution deals, distribution companies. So, so do you think it's better? Well, first of all, from your personal standpoint, is this working better for you, or is the ultimate goal to roll with a company, whatever companies that are still left, like maybe a Def Jam, RCA is still out there, is it better for artists now to remain independent, or is it better to work your way up and get a major deal?
Because I was gonna ask that question too, but in a different way.
Okay.
So the way I was gonna ask it is, are you rocking out because you're trying to get a record deal, or are you rocking out because you're trying to make your own money and do your own thing?
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I think
is that what you mean?
as far as our own opinion, I mean, we definitely consider ourselves independent. It is a lot more work, especially, I mean, we're not famous yet. We still gotta do our 9 to 5s. I got kids, I got a wife. So it is a lot of balancing your own life, but we actually are very good at that. Like just never, personal issues that come between, our work, family, and music. Like we have it very balanced out, which helps a lot. But like I said, it is a lot of hard work, but at the end of the day, we're doing the work, we're getting the money. We're not distributing money to anybody else. Like Ralphie said, we're doing our own songs, we're doing our own mixes, we're doing everything that we can possible, that we're able to do. Having a record deal, I mean, it can be good in the long run, but as far as right now, and even a lot of artists, I mean, the best music we hear right now is independent music. A lot of the mainstream music is what we're hearing on the radio, is what we're shying away from, because that's not what we're singing about. That's not what we're rapping about.
Right.
Well, I was listening to something that you said earlier, and it really caught my attention. You said that a lot of your music is more on the conscious side, and I think that nowadays it takes a lot of balls to make anything even close to being conscious music, when you have most people out here just trying to be as commercial as possible, whether they talk about drugs, booty shaking, turning up, whatever. So what influences your decision to step out on faith and try to make music on a conscious level? Like what message are you trying to send?
I mean, it's just us. It's not really even like a certain message. I mean, that's just who we are, and that's the kind of music we want to listen to, and that's the kind of music we like to make. And that's another thing about being independent. I mean, we have the choice. We have all the creative rights. Everything we do is on our own level. Nobody's in control of anything that we're doing right now. Mm-hmm. And the shows that we do, I mean, we always cater our music to what venue we're at, what show we're going to. We do have some more of the harder tracks, but at the same time, it's still not the trap music and stuff that you're hearing on the radio on a daily basis. And the conscious music that we do have, I mean, it's very well taken from people. We just did a show last night, and we got the amount of love that we got was ridiculous. I mean, Rafi can tell you some of the stuff that was going on. I mean, the fan base that we created just off of one show was actually very amazing.
Well,
you're listening to Tonight with Dalila and Sun. We got to tell you that every now and then so that you'll know exactly where you are right here at Phoenix Internet FM. Hey, listen, guys, I still want to keep you on, but I want to play your songs right now. The first one we're going to do, is that okay?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so the first song that I'm going to play is... Which one do you want me to do? Do you want me to do Hate to Love You or Like the Weather? Which one do you want?
I mean, you said you had your two favorites, so whatever you want to do.
Okay, so I'm going to play it for you right now. The one that I would like to play for you right now. You know what? I'm going to play Hate to Love You. I'm going to play that right now. And what I'd like you to do, if you're listening and you want to get in, say hey, give a shout out to Ralphie and Unique. Call me at 215-874-3161. And when we come back, what we're going to do is learn more about Ralphie and Unique, the group or the duo, ARKATEX, and what's coming up with them in the coming weeks, because we want to know where we can go to see you guys perform. You're listening to Tonight with Dalila and Sun. I'm Dalila Robin, and Sun is over there. He'll be here when we come back. Right. Here's ARKATEX with Hate to Love You.
Decide whether it's love or emotion. The way you make me feel, thoughts deeper than the ocean. I hate that I love that it's real. Something years and I'm still living, I can't impale. You did me right, you did me wrong. A few kids later, we still singing the same song. What's wrong? You like a master of disguise. I never know who I'm talking to, and when I think I do, I feel the lies. What a surprise, never. You make me feel like I've been set up, and I don't wanna live life like that. See, I got plans back dating many years before you came in my life, before all of the tears. Now, all of a sudden, I gotta stop in my place and carry on, not knowing that I could've ran a better race. It's crazy, but I wouldn't change, cause everything happens for a reason, that's what you say. I love you. I've been listening and wondering if your words are worth all of the thought that you've been adding to the song. Cause when I sit back and think and really get clear in mind, that I remember all the times that I wish you were gone. I count down like 3, 2, 1. But it's the mission that's impossible, cause you were the one. I can't say who chose who, but I can say that my vision of us wasn't this outcome that we have come to. Think about it, take your time. It makes sense with the rhythm and rhyme. Or do I need to drop the beat so you can hear me more clear? I don't wanna live my life in this fear, not knowing if you're coming or going, not showing how you really feel inside, if your love is still flowing. Step back and picture how the frame could have differed if we would have had made it. Yes, Mrs. and Mr. I love you. Listen, your kissing's what I've been missing. We talked about a home together, but now there's so much distance. Now I'm here sitting, wishing and waiting that we were still together and had the rest of the world hating. But things happen, and you're the reason behind every line of this rapping. Girl, I really hate it. I wish we never dated. My heart, I never gave it. True love is overrated. Who am I kidding? I still love you. If I had the world in my hands, I'd drop it just to hug you, to kiss you. God, I really hate that I miss you so much. Your touch, your smile, it kills me that your everything still drives me wild. Vanessa isn't the only one willing to walk 1,000 miles for love. I hate it.
Phoenix Internet FM is your best source of indie music.
Ralphie Rodriguez. ARKATEX. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. You're like New England weather, so inconsistent, but I was persistent because the thought of love seemed so distant. But I wanted to risk it for you and only you. Baby, my love was always true. What the hell happened to you? I tried so hard and got back very little. I thought two lovers were supposed to meet up in the middle, but I guess it's a riddle that I will never solve. I'm still trying to figure out why I gave you my all. I stopped with all the calls, I stopped with all the texting. The main thing I stopped was all of the second guessing. I'm tired of being tired, so now my heart is resting. I'm all about my green like salad without the dressing. So girl, just keep it moving, don't wait. When you see me cruising, I admit that I'm not perfect, but a good man you're losing. I admit that I'm not perfect, but a good man you're losing. You broke me, now I'm putting it together. I gave you love that a ruler couldn't measure. We once said that we'll last forever, but I guess things change like the weather. You broke me, now I'm putting it together. I gave you love that a ruler couldn't measure. We once said that we'll last forever, but I guess things change like the weather. Hey, maybe this might sound a little bit crazy, but lately I've been thinking about you so much and every thought is so amazing. Remember that? Well, I do. One of the few messages that led me to fall in love with you. I really tried, kept all my my promises. I was ready to dead all of the girls you had a problem with. But I guess the problem is communication. Or was it you running from the problems you should have been facing? Constantly retracing my steps to the beginning until the tornado in my mind kept my head spinning. All of the sleepless nights, all of the pointless fights. They say when there's nothing left, it's time to go right. So good night and goodbye. No more tears in these eyes. I've wasted enough time. I wasted enough lines. I hope you got yours. Now it's time to get mine. It's time to get mine. You broke me, now I'm putting it together. I gave you love that a ruler couldn't measure. We once said that we'll last forever, but I guess things change like the weather. You broke me, now I'm putting it together. I gave you love that a ruler couldn't measure. We once said that we'll last forever, but I guess things change like the weather. 'Cause when it rains, it pours. What was once called love is no more. No. So let the sun shine through. Let it shine on through. 'Cause I know I'm a better man without you. Yeah. You broke me, now I'm putting it together. I gave you love that a ruler couldn't measure. We once said that we'll last forever, but I guess things change like the weather. You broke me, now I'm putting it together. I gave you love that a ruler couldn't measure. We once said that we'll last forever, but I guess things change like the weather.
I gave you all my heart. You broke it into a million pieces. But I'm back. Rafi Rodriguez, ARKATEX.
You are listening to Tonight with Dalila and Sun with our special guest, Unique and Ralphie Rodriguez, better known as ARKATEX. We just heard two songs. We love those songs, and they're in heavy rotation here at our station. Hate to Love You and Like the Weather. And so we're going to wrap up with Ralphie and Unique, but we'd like to find out some more about you. What's coming up for you in the next couple of weeks? Where can we go to see you perform live?
Well, we just definitely rocked it out in New Haven, Connecticut at Stella Blues, so shout out to them. But the next show we got coming up, we have February 20th. We're going to be at Two Boots in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Mm-hmm. We're selling tickets for that show, definitely ready to rock it. And then we have February 28th, we're going to be at Latest Lounge in Hartford.
Okay. And so I liked Like the Weather and Hate to Love You. Where could I go to buy it? And any other songs that you have going on?
Well, listen, all our music's free. We do this music because we love to do music. For now, nothing, we're not charging nobody. You want to listen to us? Go listen to us. ARKATEX.net, ARKATEX. That's our website. It has full access to everything. Our SoundCloud is there. YouTube is there. You can contact us directly. Our contact box goes right to our email. Mm-hmm. So everything is a one-stop shop.
Okay, so if I wanted to download it and put it in my iPod or in my smartphone or smart device, you mean I could download it there too?
Yeah, that's right from SoundCloud. The SoundCloud link on our on the page will let you download it right to your computer.
Okay, so that's crazy. Why are you guys doing that?
Because we want people to hear us. You start charging an arm and a leg. People have a hard time spending 99 cents for an app. Why not make some music people like and just give it to them?
Okay.
Well, I hope it gives back to you in the long run, because look, that Like the Weather thing, that thing is definitely worth a couple of dollars, without question.
Well, thank you very much. That's one of my favorite songs that I've ever done.
No doubt.
So, are you guys going to be recording anything new soon?
Yeah, we actually got 2 mixtapes we're working on right now. We dropped our first mixtape a year ago called VHS Volume 1. VHS stood for Verses, Hooks, and Songs. Uh-huh. We're actually working on 2 updates right now, VHS Volume 1.5 and Volume 2. The difference between those two is 1.5, the whole mixtape is going to be collabs. Every single song is going to be a different collab between Connecticut. We got stuff coming out of the UK, actually a couple right in Pennsylvania where you are, Massachusetts. So we got a lot of collabs that we're working on for that. And then Volume 2 is going to be strictly ARKATEX. So
Okay,
we're trying
so
to work with a
before
lot
we
of good people because not only does it get us in that area, it gets them out here too.
Okay. So was there anything else before we wrapped up? What do you want to tell us before we break?
I mean, the main thing that we want to tell you guys, we're really glad to be on the show, first off. And then second, I mean, everybody who's listening, go like us on Facebook, go check out the website. Let us know what you think. The more feedback we get, the better. We want to be able to hear from our fans and from our peers as well so we can, improve on whatever we need to improve on and do this music.
Okay, we wish you success.
No doubt.
You guys are fabulous, and I love to interact with you on social media. So I know that you
Thank
said
you.
that you want people to follow you and you want people to like you, but I think you guys take a lot of time with people who approach you. I just started liking the stuff that you put out there, and then I don't think you had an idea of who I was or that we would ever even get to this point, you're being on the show. But I think you guys are great, and that you engage your followers very well. So I appreciate that part. And you're quite talented.
No doubt.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity to have us also. We'd love to come back to chat some more.
Okay, that'd be great. I want to say thank you again to ARKATEX. Those guys are absolutely fabulous. And if you are in the New York, Connecticut area, or even here, if you're in Philadelphia and you feel like driving up there to go see them, be sure to go check them out, because these guys put a lot of work into what it is they're doing every day. I watch them on social media and talk about what it is that they're doing and what's coming up and how excited. They really are excited about doing this work. Providing great music for us to consume, and they're nice guys too.